Hi, it's Lakeisha S. Mckenzie, and welcome to another episode of How to Fridays. Now, in today's episode, we're going to tackle the question, how to figure out what I want in life. So, if you're struggling to answer this question and you're having a hard time figuring out what you want right now, then this episode is for you. So let's get into it. So let's tackle the question of how to figure out what I want in life. Now, this question is surprisingly a question that a number of us ask ourselves. We wonder, what do we want in life, right? We try to figure out what really matters to us, right? And how do we figure that out, right? How do we figure that out? So figuring out what you want in life is something that we've all struggled with at one point in time or the other. And it can be tough to know what we really want because we don't know, what we want. We can have a hard time, setting or pursuing the goals that we want that will make us happy or improve our lives, okay? We make moves, but those are the wrong moves. Or rather, we make all of the wrong moves. We choose not to make moves at all. And this is why it is important to figure out what you want and what you really want so that you can start living life that reflects your needs, your values, and your goals. So, how to figure out what you want in life? When you want to get some clarity around this question, I find that the best place to start is to look at what you don't want. This is the best place to start because when you are clear about the things that you don't want, it makes it a lot easier to figure out what you want. So let's do that right now, okay? Let's list the things that you don't want. So in the comment section below, I want you to start writing what you know that you don't want. Maybe, let me give you an example. Maybe you don't want to be struggling for money, right? Maybe you don't want to be lonely. Maybe you can't see yourself in a particular job or profession, right? For example, if you're trying to figure out a particular job or career, if seeing blood makes you squirmish, right? Or if the thought of seeing a dead person scares you, then you know that being a doctor or a nurse may not be the right career for you, okay? That's just an example. So this is, the example. This is just an example, but as you're listing out what you don't want, I want you to include things that you hate doing, right? Think about all the things that you really want to keep out of your life, okay? So start making your list below. And once you've done that, right? Once you've listed all of the things that you can think of that you don't want, now it's time to figure out what you really want. And to help you with that, I'm going to break it down into 4 parts. And as I run through each part, I want you to take some time to answer the questions because it will really help you figure out what you want, okay? So the first part is you want to figure out what makes you happy. And to do this, I want you to think about your core values, your priorities, right? And I want you to think about what aspects of your life that are most important to you. So let me give you an example. Is it more important to work 12 or 14 hours a day as long as you're making good money? Or do you want more time to spend with your family, right? With your spouse, with your children, right? Is it more important for you to spend time on hobbies that make you personally happy, or to focus on a career that supports your family and gives them a comfortable life, right? Is it more important to build your career or build a family, or do you want to do both, right? So you really want to take a moment and figure out what is more important for you in life, okay? Next, I want you to figure out what you're most passionate about. So list any hobbies or activities that you really enjoy doing, right? Maybe you love traveling. Maybe you enjoy cooking, right? Maybe you enjoy skiing. So you want to ask yourself, right? Ask yourself, what would you want to do if money wasn't an issue? So you want to put down any and everything that you can think of that makes you happy. Now, the second part is you want to figure out what you want to do to support yourself, okay? So how will you make money to support yourself and pay your bills? So here's where I want you to start. I want you to start with how much you need, right? How much do you need to pay your bills on a monthly basis? Okay, I want you to think about that. This is where I want you to start. So for example, if you know that your monthly bills are high, let's say your bills per month are, let's say $8,000 a month, right? Then you know that you need this. You need to earn this amount or more per month. So how would you do that? You would need a job or a career or a side hustle or a business that can bring you in this amount of money every month. That's not something that you want. That is something that you actually need, because you know that you need to be able to pay your bills per month. And there are certain jobs, career fields that would not bring you in $8,000 per month, right? So when figuring out what you should do to support yourself, this is where you would want to start first, right? Now, if you're considering a career change, or if you're just getting started in the workforce and you're not sure which career, job, business, side gig is right for you, then what you would want to do is you will want to make a list of all of your skills, right? You want to list all of your talents, right? You want to list all of your strengths. You want to list your passions, right? You want to make a note of what your ideal schedule looks like, right? What it would look like, right? You want to ask yourself what kind of schedule works best with your work habits, right? You want to also think of your work environment. For example, if you, do you crave social connection, right? Do you enjoy being around people? You know, do you enjoy working as a team, or do you prefer working by yourself, right? You know, you're a loner, right? would you want to determine how much you want to earn per month to maintain your lifestyle and to maintain your family lifestyle at the level where they're comfortable, right? That you're used to, right? And then you would want to do some research to determine which jobs, which careers, which businesses, side gigs, right, that can bring you in the money you need. So this is how you figure out what you want to do to support yourself. Now, the third part is you want to figure out what you want in a relationship. If you plan on spending the rest of your life with someone, right, you want to find a partner that shares your fundamental outlook in life, right, on life. So you want to think about what your core beliefs are. For example, right, what are your feelings about marriage and divorce, right? How do you approach conflicts and problem solving with a partner? Do you want to have children, or you don't want to have children at all? This is what you need to know. And if you want to have children, how do you want to raise them, right? What are your religious beliefs? So you want to have a partner that is essentially on the same page with your core beliefs, okay? Next, I want you to write a list of your must-have traits in a partner. For example, maybe you want a partner who is adventurous, right? Maybe you want a partner who likes outdoor activities, right? Maybe you want a partner with a good sense of humor. Maybe having a partner that is financially stable is very important to you, right? So you want to list some must-have traits in a partner. And you probably want to figure out what the top 5 most important traits are that you want to have in a partner. Because you're never going to find anybody who matches your entire wish list. So you have to be realistic about what you want, about what is more important to you, the more important characteristics that you are looking for, okay? Now, the fourth part of this is you want to figure out what you want in a family, right? So you want to figure out if you want to have children and how many. And this is important. And you and your partner should be on the same page with this, okay? Now, some people know from a young age that they actually want to be parents, but for others, they're not so sure, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, right? So if you don't have any children yet, you may want to figure out if you first want to have children, right? And if so, how many you want to have. Now, if you want a large or now deciding if you want a large or small family, it's very important, because the reality is the cost of having a large family, it can be expensive. You have schooling, you have college, you have extracurricular activities for your children, you have to clothe them, you have to feed them, and you as the parent have to take care of all of your children's needs and their wants until they are an adult, and if we really be honest here, until after they become an adult too, okay? So you also want to consider if you want to be a stay-at-home parent, right? And you want to consider what type of parent you want to be. So these are just some things you want to consider when figuring out what you want in a family. So I really hope that all of this was helpful to you. And if you're watching me right now and you feel like you need more guidance and directions on getting your life on track, then I want to invite you to check out the free course that I'm offering over at my online university over at www.lakeishamckenzie.com. The course it's absolutely free, and it will help you assess where you are right now, where you are in life, where you are with money, and where you are with building wealth. And it will guide you on what you need to do next that can put you on the path to making more money and building wealth so that you can live the life you always wanted to live. And if you're watching me right now and your life is not where you want it to be, right? Maybe you're not making the money that you want to make, right? Maybe you're sitting on a job or on a career that you know it's not for you, right? Maybe your finances are not where they need to be. You're living paycheck to paycheck. You're drowning in debt. If you are watching me right now and your life is not where you want it to be, then it's time to get your life back on track. Because here's the thing. Life isn't promise. And you can be here on this earth today and you can be gone tomorrow. And while you're here on this earth, you want to make this your best life possible. You want to live the life you deserve. You want to make the money you deserve to make. You want to build the wealth for you and for your family and for your children. You want to reach that level of success where you always dreamt of being. And if you know that your life is not where you want it to be right now, then it's time to get it there. No more saying that this year is going to be different. And then, 6 months later, a year later, 2 years later, you're still in the same position and nothing has changed. And if you're sitting there complaining about your life day after day, wishing and hoping that your life will be better, listen to me. It makes no difference if you complain about where you are today in your life. It makes no difference if you are not doing anything about it. Wishing, hoping, complaining doesn't do anything. You've got to take action to improve your life. And if your life is not where you want it to be right now, then it's time to get it there. Because the thing is, life has a way of turning and knocking us when we least expect it. And while you cannot predict the future, you can certainly prepare for it. So if you want to be in a position where you have enough money to pursue, your goals, your dreams, to pursue that business, right? And to be secure about your future, for your children's future, your family's future, so that you can live the life you deserve, right? If you want to build generational wealth, right, for your children and their children, right? If this is something that you want, then this course is what you need. And again, the course is absolutely free. It's free. And you can register for it today over at www.lakeishamckenzie.com. I will put the link to it in the description box and in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next episode.
Do you need help staying motivated? Well, you don't want to miss my weekly shows on YouTube. You don't want to miss Set Your Goal Sundays, Get Over the Hump Wednesdays, and How to Fridays. These shows are there to keep you motivated and will help you push forward and get things done in your life and business. In life, it is so important that you keep motivated because there are so many things that can come your way to distract you from reaching your destiny. and I want to help you keep motivated so that you can stay on track with whatever goals you are trying to attain and whatever dreams you are trying to reach. So be sure to swing over to my YouTube channel and subscribe and hit the bell so that you don't miss out on your weekly motivation. Also, stay connected and receive daily inspiration by following me on all of my social media platforms, including YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow me today at Lakeisha S. Mckenzie. I want to see you succeed in whatever you do, and I really hope that we continue to build our connection. I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next episode.